because there's an industry for it. Like there's
Exactly.
a proper reason to possess those things.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure there's all sorts of antiquity laws and collection clauses and such over there, so that rich folks can just have their fancy shotguns. I did that fox hunt all the time. Where are those guys getting their guns?
They're just, yeah, you're right. I imagine fox hunting is for very rich people, right?
I would imagine that's how it's always been displayed, because I see those people trying to like break the fox hunt up for the good of the fox. Yes, I do kind of. I don't like when you have an animal captured and then we're going to.
That fox is a notorious rapist. He's known across the fox world.
He can't keep getting away with it.
He's the fucking Harvey Foxstein. He's abusing all of these foxes.
Why would you want to kill a Jewish fox?
Oh God.
Well, he's a molester fox.
Oh.
Look at you with your affirmative action now. Looking at the non-action, huh? Yeah, I don't care for that. No, I think foxes are fine to be killed. What do they add to what do they bring to the table?
They're cute as fuck.
I mean, they're cute.
Yeah,
they're like little squeaky dogs.
I don't think the foxes they're killing are that cute though. They're kind of ugly foxes,
like
right?
Mangy,
they're pretty orange foxes, aren't they? Don't they like? Isn't it a trophy to be had once it's over?
Okay, well, if that's what they're doing, I don't really like it because they're not eating it, right? Really, I guess that's
nobody eats fox.
I know, but that's my actual opinion on hunting. Is like I don't give a fuck as long as you're eating it, but when you stop eating it, it's kind of like
you have to eat it.
I'll make an exception to hogs, like because hogs, especially out here, those are a problem. Like
like, could you eat them if you wanted?
Yeah, and I have. Like, I've done the fox hunt, or it's not fox, excuse me, the hog hunts where like you run dogs, but you kill them with a fucking knife, so you actually have to like pin this thing fucking down, and, like stab it in the heart. But out here we do like night vision shit and whatnot, like just middle of the night, just go out and it's like pest control because these pigs will fuck up. They'll fuck up crops, livestock. If they get into like neighborhoods, they'll gore dogs. Like it's pretty rough out here.
I O.J. Simpsoned a hog over in Houston one night.
You got away with it.
Yeah, I did get away with it. I sawed its head off with a pocket knife. I jumped on its back. It was super hardcore. Yeah,
its head off with a pocket knife. You're there for 2 hours.
Yeah. No, it didn't take long. I like stabbed it up first. It'd been shot in the leg, to be fair. So we could catch it. Yeah.
You were hacking at like a hog spine with a.
No, I wasn't trying to take its head off. I was trying. I saw it from the bottom up until all that was gone because I didn't know how to kill it, and I was afraid it was gonna. It bit me on the like inner thigh, and when I took my pants off later, like a little bit, but I had this massive black and blue bruise where it like chomped down on me. This guy was being a bitch. He was the one there to make a video. He was making his gator show shit, and I was like, you know what, man? You know what Gator would do in a situation like this? He wouldn't use no gun. Gator could go in there hand to snout. And at first he was down, but then as soon as the thing made a noise and sort of like charged a little, went, and he was like, fuck this. So he noped out. It was lame. That was a fun video, though.
Good for you for being brave, murdering that.
Yeah.
How big was the knife?
It was not big enough.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It was not big enough. It was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 inch blade.
I'm pretty sure I could tell this story. So when we went, it was me, Donut, and Scott from Kentucky Ballistics. We all went down to do the same like knife hunt. And when I got mine, it was like 250 pounder or something like that, 250, 300 pounds, something like that. So stabbed it. It died pretty quick. Like, because if you get right in the heart, like under the armpit, it's that nice, good red chunky blood. You can tell you get that arterial blood. So like it bleeds out very quick. And it's, it's relatively speaking, when you're talking about hunting, like pretty quick way to kill the animal.
Yeah.
Cody, when he got to his, yeah. See, it was a big motherfucker. This was like an angry one that they were like, oh yeah, that one. I'm glad we're killing that one. That dude's a piece of shit. Like he's an angry
nickname.
Old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the guys who were running like the reserve or whatever, like knew that one. They fucking hated him. Like he had taken a shotgun. El Diablo.
Yeah.
Like they found there was buckshot in his fucking shoulder and those little armor pads when they
scarred veteran
took it apart. But yeah, he jumped on there and went to stab it. And I'm recording him too, because like for his video stuff. And he just keeps stabbing it in the same place. And the knife is just barely not long enough to get to the heart. So after like a minute, just him like stabbing this thing, it's squealing. There's blood everywhere. I'm just like with the camera, like,
like a sharpened.
That's what Scott did. That's what Scott did with my camera. I'm still mad about it.
So he prison shanked him like 15 quick stabs with a shallow knife.
It was way more than 15. Like he was sitting there trying to twist and find like something that would bleed. Eventually the fucker died, but like it took a little minute. This guy
5,000 cuts.
Quite too angry to die.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that. That's pretty cool. I've heard of people using lances, and I always pictured like a really cool modern spear, like an 8-foot, 6-foot spear. But going in with a knife is even cooler. Although, usually knives that are meant to, I don't know, kill a pig are what you would think of as like, what do you call that shit that like mall cops use, like ninja. Like that mall, no.
Yeah.
I mean, like the cat, like mall ninja shit.
Yeah,
you know, like, but you'd actually want a knife that was meant to like stab, like a dagger or something, I guess.
Yeah, it was a big ass Bowie knife, like maybe.
Oh well, never mind.
Long.
Jesus Christ!
You know what you could use for the pigs is get one of those shark knives, where you stab and then you hit the button and it like kills
the CO2 or whatever.
Yeah, you could probably kill the hog very humanely with that.
Or it would just be messy as fuck. You just put it in, it just fucking sprays everywhere, just chunks of pig.
You ever use tannerite in hogs?
No, but I fucking want to.
Yeah, just don't film that part though, because you'd want to spice it up a little bit for them, right. and then you break some rules and stuff, or maybe, but then you can make it real effective against them. I've heard stories of people having a food trough that they've been regularly going to, and then one night that rope that's strung across isn't a rope anymore, it's debt cord. That rope that they've been sticking their heads up under and it's on the back of all of their necks down a line is debt cord, and
that's rad.
I've heard of
a pretty good idea.
You know when you buy barbed wire, how it comes in a big spool with a hollow center? That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
At
what point we had one of those spools of debt cord that we ran out. We were doing like a demo course or whatever, and we just blew up 500 meters of debt cord in a straight line just to see what would happen.
You can see it.
As it turns out, what happens is you set a lot of grass on fire. That was we had to do a lot of stuff.
How much does that debt cord actually explode? Like how close would you have to be standing next to the cord exploding to get hurt?
So we were okay. Yeah, I could probably say this. We were taking bets, saying that if you had like a good cup or something like that, and the debt cord is laid out on the ground, if you stood over it like an arch like that, you'd be probably be okay.
Oh, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
It's that, like not strong. Like it would probably be stopped by a plastic cup.
So what it really is it's like an ignition charge for other explosives. So if you're putting like C10 data sheet, C4, Comp B, whatever the fuck, pick your poison. It blasting or the debt cord explodes at such a velocity that it will set off other high grade explosives. So people use it a lot for that, but it will fuck you up. Like if you're holding debt cord while it goes off, your hand is gone.
You can wrap it around and around a thing you want to cut in half.
Yeah.
But it really needs contact with something. I mean, it doesn't need it, but like that'll make it work.
Okay,
but out on the ground, it would provide this really cool visual effect where it burns at some obscene speed. But
if you weren't touching it and you're like holding your hands like this, like a foot away, it wouldn't burn you or anything.
No, not burn you. It's going to spray gravel at you, but not at a speed that's going to go through you or anything.
It's not as scary as I thought it was.
It's not going to kill you.
Small doses, and it comes in different. You can get some that's it'll be itty bitty, and then you get the biggest debt cord is those mine clearing charges that they shoot across. Right, it's this big rope of shit. They're filling up like old tanks, like T-34s, I think, with that shit. Like 100 meters of that shit. That's this big. It's like think the velvet rope at the movies, but debt cord. And then they like send it toward the Ukrainian lines on as like a drone, not as a drone, but just go that way, rig it up. And then it's a colossal explosion whenever it goes off.
Just the debt cord would blow it up because
the whole thing is, it's so. Again, it's like velvet rope big. It's so much explosive, and they didn't just put a little in there. They put as much as a tank was physically capable of holding, along with like bombs, like actual bombs.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw one go off, and it looked like you could tell it was different. It was a different kind of explosion. The shockwave would have
a good use of
ruined anybody within 100 meters.
It's like 10 or 20 feet either side. The dirt is just noticeably disturbed.
Or the sound, rather.
I feel like that's a waste of a tank. Like you could do that in a Chevy. You could do that in a van. You could do like the tank. Don't waste a tank on that.
Now you stop a Chevy with small arms.
Yeah.
You stop a Chevy with small arms, and then if you rig a Chevy to go straight in a field, you know, it goes off, it gets stuck. A tank will just go through anything, and they can't stop it unless they hit it with an anti-tank weapon.
Stop a Chevy with big arms.
You can stop a Ford with no weapons at all. It just stops occasionally.
Yeah.
Decor does?
No, I was joking about Ford. Like my Raptor, my motor just blew up randomly one day. That was really cool.
No. The 6.0 twin turbo thing?
Yeah, it was only like 60,000 miles on this damn thing, and I was like an hour. I was actually on my way back from drive tanks in Uvalde, and I was in the middle of fucking nowhere on that highway. Like it's like an hour from civilization, and my motor just took a shit on me.
Well, at least it's not a super nice car.
Yeah, it was like an hour from it. Yeah, I had to. I just sat and like fucking reclined my seat and waited to be picked up, and just like, okay, I guess I'll catch up on Narcos.
Catch up on Narcos.